Welcome back. It's 3 p.m. It's very hot today. My YouTube channel is 11 years old today, so make a lot of video today. It's close to 29 degrees. That will be very hot the next many days. So I made a lot of video today. Talk about my 11 years old YouTube channel. I think I should try continue a little, but it's 3 p.m. It will be hot the next many days, so I cannot wait. It's not so hot anymore, because then I have to wait like 1 week. And I did not finish this. I like to look the automotive industry by country, one by one. Go to North Korea. So actually I'm a little tired today and it's very hot, but let's continue. Go to North Korea. Automotive industry in North Korea. The normal citizen, they're not allowed to own an automobile or car. Says it's make 40 to 60,000. But I think they make many military. They focus on military automobiles for the army, to transport soldiers in the army. Probably they get a lot of trucks and engines from Russia, but I think they're making tractors. North Korea, they're doing a lot of agriculture. Probably they're making their own engines for tractors, and they're making all kinds of small trucks they use for agriculture and military. I think they're getting their cars from like Russia, luxury cars from Russia. So I have this motor plane. Actually, this motor plane was started by a religious group in South Korea, I think, called the Moon something. But that's maybe the other one. Yes, that one. Pyongyang Motors was founded by the Unification Church in South Korea. Unification Church is a very big church in South Korea. They believe it keeps moon is kind of second coming of the Jesus Christ. They have a lot of weddings. They have this big weddings, many thousand of people. They have this big weddings. Thousands of people are getting married. Same time, they have this large moon. Call it the Moon Church in my country, Denmark. Because of that's the founder's song, Moon. Unification Church. Did start this car factory, Pyongyang Motors. Says peace. one of two car manufacturers and dealers in North Korea. Songkrim motor plant. It was founded by this Unification Church. Yes, South, of course, this is South Korea, and North Korea, of course, is north of South Korea. So South and North Korea is very close, of course. I think they're speaking the same language. They're speaking the same language in North Korea than South Korea. They're speaking this Korean language. So they're making all kind of cars. But maybe not that. They're making some car license. I think that's not their own design. They don't have their own car design. Maybe I got, but like I said, I feel a little tired today and it's very hot. So North Korea had a car automotive industry, but I think mostly they're doing all kind of trucks they use for agriculture, farming and soldiers and transport of workers. They transport the workers to the farmland in the morning. Then Pakistan. Pakistan have a large automotive industry, 100 to 170,000. They have something called Logi Motors in Pakistan. They're making this Kia Picanto. It's a fast-growing industry in Pakistan, growing 171% just only between 2014 2018, and 7% of Pakistan GDP. 6.8 million people working, so that's a really big business. And they have all kind of car factories, automobile factories. All the big brands are there. I don't know where Pakistan has got. I don't know if Pakistan being a colony of India when Pakistan was independent, because they need to open Pakistan. We have to search Pakistan. I need to know when it was independent. I'm not sure it's been a colony like India. You can see that like 1947. History. Look like it's been a kind of British colony. So, but I don't have time to read all this. So I like to read about Pakistan later. They have a very large population. They have 241 million. They have a 250,000 population. They have a very large population. and I'm going to read this later. They have this Lucky Motors, Lucky Motor Corporations. They're making Kia Picanto. They're making cement, Lucky Cement. They're making Kia Picanto. Of course I know that because I make this video in my language Danish. So they have all kind of looks like the production have dropped a lot. Philippines have a small auto industry. 85,000 Japanese, about 100,000. But 100,000 automobile, that's not small. My country have nothing. My country have nothing. But now it says automotive industry in Philippines is one of the largest in Asian Pacific. But that's 440,000 sold. But they're making maybe 100,000. They're making 100,000 cars. But I cannot read all this. That's too much. Too much text. I'm going to read about it later. They have all the big brands: BMW, Ford, General Motors, all the Hyundai, Kia, Toyota. They have every big brands. Every big brands is in Philippines, and Philippines is very, very large. They have many thousands of islands. And how big is the population? $112 million. 112 million population. They have a very large population. And many thousands of islands. They have many islands like Japan. So the South Korea, of course, have a very large automotive industry because of Hyundai and Kia. 5th largest in the world by country. We got it open up. So they're number 5 or 6. 5 Mexico, and South Korea is about the same. So they're number 5 or 6 on the world list. And Germany is very close. Germany, South Korea, Mexico is about the same. 4.4 million, 4.2. So I've been reading this. I've been reading this because I made a video about it in my language Danish. I will do later, but I have difficult to make video because it's super hot in my apartment every day. And it makes me very sleepy. So South Korea is one of the world's biggest automotive industry because of the Hyundai and Kia. They have this super large car factory in Ulsan. ULSAP in South African. Oh, I actually find it on my flight radar. Cannot duplicate, but I have to log in because sometimes my flight radar showing my email. It log out, so I have to turn my camcorder. My flight radar is loading, but I need to wait. Finish loading. It's very hot today, so my computer is extra slow because when it's 30 degrees hot, my computer cannot cooling down. 30 degrees, and I have actually some cheap ice cream, but I think they are sold out. But it's been like this many years, been very hot in my apartment. That's because it makes me very sleepy when it's so hot every day. But it's August month, so we are kind of end up the long summer. And the sun starts to get down more early every day. So just need to wait like 2 more months to like October, to autumn. But even end up in autumn, the sun is very strong. When the sun shines into my window, it's getting very hot, even it's not hot outside. To buy some air conditioning later. I have to buy some air cooling. Can get the temperature down from like 30 degrees to 20. Not my whole apartment, but maybe just one single room. I could have a room like this. I have air conditioning in that room, coolest room, down to like 21 or 22. So it's like this every day. Every day is like this. Nearly every day, and the last month I was sleeping 20 days below this blanket. 20 days I was sleeping below this blanket. So I would like to finish this week, but I need too many. I need like 50 more countries. No, I've been talking many hours today. That's the flight radar. You can use the satellite map. I have a big airline there. But we're not looking at flights like Amsterdam, Shanghai. Looking at South Korea. This large car factory. But like I said, my computer is very hot. That makes my computer extra slow when it's 30 degrees in my living room. That's India. That's Bangkok. That's Hong Kong maybe, or Shanghai. That's South Korea. So this is South Korea there, but I need to wait a bit time. I need that my computer need to loading this. So that's South Korea. Seoul is somewhere up there. Down here we got Ulsan. I think this car factory is so big you can see it from space. I can see the factory because I know where the factory is. The factory is there. That's the car factory there. This area. Of course we're going to zoom in. This is the car factory. But we have to zoom in a bit more. So now you can see a little bit more. No, the car factory is down here. Down here, that's the car factory. But of course you can zoom in. You can zoom in on the map and watch even the cars. So let's do that. But this is the car factory. It's so big you can see it from space. That's this Ulsan car factory. There. They make 1.4 million to 1.6 million every year. I've been looking on my Danish, so they have the harbor is somewhere down here. Where they have this ship. They have a large parking lot and a ship. I think that's the area down here. They have this special ship to transport all the cars and all this. That's big parking lot with a lot of cars. Well, that's this special ship. You're driving your cars into there. Here we got all the cars. The factories have making. So there's cars down there, many thousands of cars. Thousands of cars, they are going to shipping, I think. We have to zoom out because so that's all this is cars. The harbor is down here. That's a ship. So there's cars everywhere here. But that's the second largest automobile manufacturer plant. I don't know which one is the biggest. Probably Toyota. They got more cars there. So let's zoom out and even more cars everywhere here. And below here, I think we got cars below here. Then we have all, I think they have five plants, five factories. We have to zoom out a bit. They have all these big factories. We can zoom in again. Look like we have even more car there. Or buses. No, there's more cars. Hyundai Steed. So all the blue building is the production line. Hyundai Steel. So that's very large. So they have all these buildings. All this is a car factory. Have even more cars down here, I think. Need the photos got a little bit more car there. But it's a zoom. We need to zoom out because it's so big. Then they're building something here. They're expanding the factory. It's just going on. So that's really large car factory. Got the Hyundai brand, but that's upside down. The name is upside down, so they made a mistake. They should write it opposite. No, they should, no, because the satellite photo is north. They should write it like here. So, but that's parking lot for the workers. This parking lot is for the workers. That's parking lot, the factories. Parking lot for workers. Maybe that's a car factory. They're making buses and trucks. No, that's normal cars. So they have they have many production lines. So that's Hyundai super large factory. Even I think this building is part of the factory. This blue building is probably kind of storage, and I think this is part of the factory too. I think there's somebody else own it. That's metal scraps. All the metal scraps. And somebody's living in these houses. Somebody is sleeping there probably. Probably is part of the factory. They have expanded some kind of buildings. This building is part of the factory, I think. All this blue roof. They're transporting stuff, car parts, transporting car parts for the factory. Maybe or maybe not, but they have the same blue roof. I think this has to do something to